up, guys? I'm Christian, one of the co-founders of this beautiful company called CANDIS. And today I'm going to show you what we've been doing over the last 12 months in business now. But before that, I will quickly explain you why we do what we do. And I mean, you all know that we are living in a world of massive change. Technology changes our lives massively, and there are companies out there, also in this room, who do amazing stuff, really impressive things, like robots, drones, virtual realities. And these companies do so amazing stuff, but when we talk to them as our clients, it's just so depressing. I mean, when it comes down to their financial workflows, they suck. I mean, literally, they suck. Because this is all manual work currently, and we want to change that. We're strongly believers that everything that can get automated will be automated in the future, and especially financial workflows is this is the field that will be automated. And unfortunately, I did not prepare any demo today. I will show you live data from our company. So don't take pictures and photos. So, I mean, it's so small on this screen here. So, here we start. This is a typical email account from a company, an accounting company account where all invoices are sent. And from there, the manual workflow starts in most companies. I mean, imagine that. There are companies building robots that have to serve humans, and when they receive an invoice, they print it, they stamp it. They stamp it, they enter the data manually into the system, and they sign the invoice for approval in 2016. And if they were smart, they would use CANDIS. And look at that beauty. I mean, in CANDIS, what you do, you connect your email account where all your invoices go, and you connect your bank accounts where all your invoices go. Bank accounts, credit card accounts, PayPal accounts. And what do you do then? Nothing. CANDIS takes it from there. CANDIS structures your work. I mean, look at that. CANDIS took all the data from your transaction accounts, from your email accounts, from your invoices, and structured that in the right booking period, in the right month. And it tells you what you have to do. So it tells you, hey, there are 18 transactions in your system that need an invoice. I couldn't find an invoice for that. So please provide me that invoice. It automatically detected which transactions do not require an invoice. And this is done by machine learning. So we go through all the transactions, send them to machine learning, and CANDIS decides, does that transaction need an invoice or does it not need an invoice? This saves the accountant 50% of working time. But the most incredible thing is that it not only takes your transactions, but also your invoices. So these are all invoices that either have been paid, so CANDIS detected a transaction for all those invoices. It brought them together and it pre-accounted them. So it automatically detected, hey, this invoice from Atlassian was $75, it was paid through your Euro account, and it pre-accounted them with the information for your accountant and tax advisor. It also detects whether an invoice needs or was paid by a credit card or by a PayPal account, but is not yet debited from your account. And it also sees, okay, which invoices do require a payment. For example, those two invoices have not been paid yet, and they can be paid via CANDIS directly from the app. So what CANDIS does is, here, it read all the data from the invoices. It also makes you a proposal for the payment. You can click it. You see, okay, this currency, the amount is right, the purpose of the payment is right, the name is right, the item is right, and then you can just submit the payment. And I will now receive a TAN to my mobile phone, hopefully. Here it is, here we go. confirm the payment, and the payment is done. The invoice is automatically then sent into paid invoices, and you did it without entering any data into any payment system. It's just one click away. The payment is just one click away, and this is insanely great. This saves the customer 80% of working time. And when you are done, this Christian now is informed that CANDIS sent a payment, that a payment was issued to him on his mobile phone. And when you are done with your work, you can just close your booking period. Let's go to March. You close everything. You can invite your accountant. And then you can export all your data and use it for whatever following system, like an accounting suite or your ERP system, whatever you use. CANDIS takes the data. And this saves really 80% of working time. Thanks.
So you showed it did a bank transfer. Does it work with all banks or some banks or HBCI or what do you need?
Currently it works via HBI. We use FIGO for that service, and so it works with 95% of all German banks. But we are now talking to bigger clients that process like 5,000 invoices a month, and therefore we need to integrate the AX system.
Yeah, thanks. What's the applicability outside of the German market? Is it pretty easy just to take this model and move it across markets?
Yes, that's a very interesting question. The app is built API-based, so we can connect any OCR provider to our machine learning and any bank API provider. So if we decide to go to Poland, there are providers for that as well. But the app currently can handle basically all currencies and all languages.
So what would be your next target market?
Our next target market is definitely UK and also Scandinavian countries, because they receive 99% or 90% of invoice flows are optimized there as well, and we will go there.
So I'm a freelancer, I don't know about how this works in a company, but how do you get the invoices in the system? How do you get like all those companies writing your invoices to send them to a single email address? So
every bigger company has one invoice address where all invoices go, and then you can connect that to CANDIS. Or you go and upload invoices, so there's an upload button, and then you can just drag and drop your invoices.
Okay, so somebody has to take the work of getting the invoices from some internet site and sending them to the email address?
We are working on a solution there as well for some scraping services, so that CANDIS automatically detects your Amazon invoices and downloads that from the sites. But yes, in the moment somebody has to download the invoices. But in most cases, the invoices are sent to you via your email.
I'm thinking about security. So, for example, like all those companies are gonna give you the data for the credit cards, for the PayPal account, for the email addresses, and you're gonna have this data. And what happens if you're hacked? Like, what security do you provide?
The thing is, we don't have the data. We don't have the data in our system. It's not stored in our system. This is at our banking API provider. So we don't save plain passwords and all that stuff. The data is not, we don't store data, it's stored in the, in this case, for example, at FIGO. It's the banking API provider.
So do you also have accounting services, like your Steuerberater, or is it just managing the invoices?
No, that's actually, we do not want to do that. The tax advisory and also not accounting, we just structure all incoming invoices, because that is also a pain that customers have. Customers do not really have a problem with accounting stuff or with the tax advisory, especially bigger customers or client customers. So we say, okay, no, we structure everything before accounting. I mean, we get approached by several companies who ask us, oh, do you know a tax advisor that because we're not so happy with our tax advisors. And for them, for tax advisors, CANDIS is really an awesome tool as well, because it also, because it pre-accounts your data. The workforce for tax advisors is also reduced by, let's say, 60-70%, and they can handle more customers at one time.